let me move some shit around. Cause usually I have a little extra on the front in case I need to use
Wait.
it.
A little extra.
You know what I mean? You gotta drop it off. You gotta drop it off.
Drop that potato off.
Okay.
Right now.
Hot potato.
I'm gonna tell you, if he pull up with a potato, you might need to go home.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm taking that potato.
Baked potato.
That's a man with a disease. I hate to break it to you.
Oof. Is that what the street code of potato is? Because if it is, I am reevaluating my whole entire
Ain't
life.
nobody ever said I'm cold over there. I'm gonna drop this bitch off some potatoes.
Drop that potato, fam. Sounds
What's
sexy.
crazy
To me.
is-
You like potatoes, though.
It's okay.
I went to the grocery store and saw an eggplant. Like, I mean, I knew what an eggplant was. Clearly, I mean, but when you go to the store and you see an eggplant in the produce section,
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole different perspective.
Word. Did you only know what an eggplant was, though, from the emoji, or had you known what it was prior to that?
I know what it was from pictures.
Okay.
I mean, I've been in school.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I mean, so I knew what it was. I knew what it looked like. I knew it was purple and this whole deal. And then they had the eggplant challenge or whatever it was on the thing. And I was like, all right, that's weird. But then when you actually go see, because I never actually put my eyes on the eggplant. No homo. But
This is a great topic.
I put my eyes on an eggplant in real life. And I was like, that's a big motherfucking.
That's a big
like,
ass eggplant. I
That's a.
felt like that before.
Yeah.
Like,
But what's odd about it is if you go pick up an eggplant, that son bitch is light. Like, it's
a
no-
weird veggie, yo. It's kind of weird. You know, but eggplant isn't sexual to me. Like, I went grocery shopping the other day and I was by the zucchini and cucumber. And I was like, man, I'd fuck the shit out of this zucchini, fam.
wait, you just said it's not sexual to you.
The eggplant
okay, got
isn't,
it,
but
got
the
it.
zucchini
That's more sexual
and the
to
cucumber, I'm like, yo, I could do some things with this.
you? Yo, what the fuck?
But the fact that those, like the banana, how did all this get skipped over to jump right into the
the
eggplant?
bananas may not be firm enough.
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I'll take the banana
But,
over the
but still, no one went like, let's do the cucumber challenge. This went straight to the most odd shaped vegetable.
Maybe it was like the most PG
Nah, man. That
when it first dropped.
Unless you sound like old dirty ass motherfucker.
I know they mad. They can't stop. Number one soundtrack in America. Black on. The number one movie from making records. Making the whole wild VHS soundtrack. Told y'all to in the movie. Told y'all I'm gonna show y'all how to clean your dirty money up with good money. Invest into yourself. You heard? My partner gave me 50.
This is the I'm Kinda Famous podcast. I'm your host, Lester Rowe. New week, new episode. Episode 74. It feel like I've been in 70 for a long time. Episode 74 of the Kinda Famous podcast. KINDA Famous Pod, POD.com, the official website. Facebook.com/Kinda Famous Pod. Also go over there. That's where all the bullshitting is happening. And aRoweFilms.com, AROWE Films.com, my official website. About to do some update on that because we're getting real close to dropping this from the ground up docu-series pretty soon. We locked in the person who's gonna do the vendors for the shirts and hats and shit. And we're gonna do some different cool rapper type shit. We trying to drop this on some rapper type shit because we talking with rappers. So it should be dope. It's coming. I don't know when it's coming. It's coming soon, like December, late December, mid-December, something like that. But I'm gonna have more conversation about that on aRowe Films. We gotta do some shooting this weekend for bonus content. We're gonna put the Patreon shit together, and working on some events in town. So should be interesting. But I don't know where we at. We getting there. This week have some guests on. Wait a minute, is there anything else on this thing? David Rickles fight. When I record this, I don't know when you hear it, but David Rickles fights Bellator 210 Friday, November 30th. So watch that. He always does ratings, so I really don't have to tell you to watch it. But watch it. We did a lot of great promo together. Venom, training, gear, and all of that. We are bonded together now. So after this fight, we should be doing more work together with Venom. VENUM. Go look that up if you need training gear and whatnot. If you're a fighter. All right. This week, I got 2 guests on. Kind of like 1 guest, 2 guests, because they have their own podcast that they do together. Zio and Rome.
Hey.
What's up?
All right, so we're going to do some meta shit to make this work, but you shouldn't be able to tell what happened when you listen to this episode.
I have something to say.
All right.
I want you to know that I can legit visualize you rubbing your hands and doing the hand claps like a real nigga.
Swaying
Like, I
back
feel
and
like I
forth.
can see you swaying, all that. I
Well,
can
you
see
know.
you through this audio, bro.
Cool. Well, look, I'm going to keep my hands to I'm doing the Birdman.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear the
I see
Birdman. I see it. It's like in my head.
You're
I'm
good.
visualizing it right
Well,
now.
you know, we try to transcend audio. You know what I mean? We want you to
Okay.
visualize what's happening here.
Yeah, the Quiet Storm of podcasts. It's only,
Nah.
it's only right.
That ain't me. That's y'all. Y'all got the quiet storm. You see, I start with the energy.
Is that right?
I tried to.
Yeah. You did good.
All right, so they got their own podcast, the Zio and Rome podcast. I'm glad that they say the name because when I was looking at it, the first time I saw y'all podcast, I'm like, how the fuck do you say that?
Yeah, a lot of people are like
Zio.
Zio and Rome. Or
I get that with just my name by itself. So, I mean, I understood the whole Zio and Rome situation. Zio is just like the short of my name. So we won't get into like how complicated it can actually get.
We got time.
We don't got time, trust me.
All right. Well, it's the Zio and Rome podcast, and I was trying to figure out how did I even run into y'all podcast.
I think it was through Toxic Heart.
That's exactly how. I mean, I wanted to tell the story, but go ahead. I mean,
Oh, I thought you were still trying to figure it out. I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, that's how Sean Miles he came. I did a version of his podcast, and then he came on and we talked about gun safety right after. That was the original. It ended up being the 50th episode. I want the 50th episode to be something different, but then the shooting happened, or a couple shootings happened, and then he asked me about being on the show to talk about it. And every now and again, I have a plan that I have to push around because real shit happens in real time. And so, but then that's how I figured out. I was like, because y'all have y'all shirts through the same people they had their shirts through.
Now, wait a minute. So, do you know him personally?
I don't know him personally.
Oh, okay. So, I know him personally through my brother. And it just so happened that we both decided to kind of get into this podcast thing at the same time, which was weird. But it's been a really, really dope journey, you know, watching him do that and him watching us from afar. So, you know, it's nice to see like how the podcast community kind of bridges and, you know, connects you with other people. So that's dope.
That's how it happened. That's why a good plug is a good plug.
Word.
Now, before we got going into the podcast, Rome decided that she wanted to say getting dick is hard. Or what was the statement that you made?
Actually, getting dick is not hard here.
Well, hopefully it's hard when you're getting
That's what it's like. I need
but-
hard dick, but I don't need dick to be hard.
Word, church.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just feel like getting dick in general is not hard if I was willing to accept any kind of dick. But we're talking about someone putting their member inside of me, fam. So you got to be selective to a certain extent. You got to feel the vibe. You can't have BO. Your teeth, your face, all that shit's got to be right. And it's like finding that perfect combination of acceptable person and acceptable penis. It's a process and it's hard. And then when you do find it, trying to coordinate schedules and trying to get it on demand is very challenging. And I'm recently single, so I'm still trying to navigate and cope with not being able to get dick on demand. But that's coming soon via product release. We're coming out with dick on demand.
Yeah,
very soon.
We talked about that last episode.
And if you want more like this, you can go visit the Zio and Rome podcast on Spotify.
Yeah, on all podcast platforms, man. Check it out.
All
The
right,
problem
so
is also though, that you get whatever dick thrown at you, and it's not like that's the type of dick that you want. And the dick that you do want, it's like, why aren't you throwing it at me?
Yeah, man. Throw it at me. Straight at my face.
See,
Oh, Lord.
y'all say that shit, but I bet the right dick is tossing his way at you from time to time.
Not when I want it, though.
See, that's why see, y'all got all these damn stipulations.
I'll take it whenever, but when I want it, I want it. And I'll be like, hey, babe, what you doing? And it's always, I don't want to hear excuses when I'm horny. I
don't want to hear
I'll be
excuses
right
when I'm
there.
horny, but I get a ton of them. Oh, I got to do this. I had a busy day. Y'all got a shit ton of excuses when it comes to making a
I'm
dick
trying to think of
appointment.
the last time someone asked me for some pussy and I was like, can't make it. The only time I make an excuse is if I don't like the person and if I don't want them. But if I already got that chemistry and I know you going to deliver and I'm like, yo, I got to go get this dick right now because I don't know when I'm going to get it again.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit. Because, see, there's a difference. See, me and my homie, we talk about this all the time when we in the pursuit. When we in the pursuit, y'all do be on that bullshit. But then when the dick get dropped off, oh, my God, y'all got all the time in the world.
Facts.
Word up.
I mean, that means you delivering like
sometimes
dominoes.
You just gotta make time. Sometimes you just gotta make time.
That's what we be saying. Hey, just come chill. Whatever it is we trying to do. It don't matter what it is I'm trying to do. It ain't always Netflix. I'll be trying to take you somewhere. Let you enjoy yourself. So you know I can do this outside shit too.
Okay.
And then
It's scary,
y'all
though,
still
coming
be
to your
bullshit.
house. It's scary coming to your house.
I go to your house. I go in a goddamn tent if you want me to.
Okay.
But I just
I'm
need you
trying
to
get
show
some
up.
tent dick. What's up?
What did you say?
I'll take some tent dick.
Sounds intense.
Oh boy, that was good.
Thanks.
So, but no, but that is so bizarre to me. We trip about this all the time. It's like when you're trying to make these arrangements happen, when you're trying to do some quality things to lead up to the dick appointment, the true dick appointment. Everything else is preliminary dick appointment. But the true dick appointment can't do it. But when you drop it off, oh man, they parents never die again. No one's ever sick again.
I don't think your parents could die again, but I mean,
The amount of women who got parents that's in the hospital when you trying to do the preliminary dick things is
Son.
amazing.
Yo, I ain't gotta take it all the way to
Son.
the parents in the hospital to tell you no.
Man, I'll just tell you straight up, it's not gonna happen, fam.
I'll
It's just
blame
not
it like
gonna
I gotta
happen.
cook dinner. My ankle hurts. Like I'm not taking it. I'm not dodging dick and using my parents as an excuse.
My biggest excuse for dick is probably I'm a mom, so I have shit to do.
I'm on my period again.
Again for the second time this month.
Shit's crazy, yo. It's
I'm
hard
not
being a
sure-
woman.
I'm not sure what's happening. My cycle must be changing.
But as soon as
The
that dick
pH
get
balance
dropped
is
off,
off.
boy, does that child be with the father all the time.
Listen, sometimes you gotta figure situations out before you can go ahead and just give the green light all the damn time.
Yeah.
All right, so but the complaint is the dick that you want is not throwing it at you. He tired.
It's high demand. Look, dick that's
What
in
you
high
tired
demand.
of?
Dick that's in high demand typically, and if you're both single, he's fucking other people. I'm just like, just give me a day. Can my day be Thursday?
Say,
specific.
I wish a motherfucker be like, every
Can
Wednesday.
Thursday be my day? That's all I'm trying to say. So I know, I feel like if I already know when my next session's going to be, then I could chill.
Not if it's not. Do you think this is a factual statement that you're saying?
I feel like, all right, I got a Thursday DM in rotation. I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to get some on Thursday, blah, 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 blah. So if I'm horny today, I'm like, yo, let me just rub one out. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get it in a couple days on Thursday and chill. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hit homie up and be like, yo, what are you doing tonight? I don't have to go through that whole dialogue because that's what I hate doing. I hate feeling like I gotta ask for the dick because that makes me feel lame. I'd rather be like, yo, today's Thursday. We good? See you soon. So I got Thursday dick in rotation. I'm like, you know what? Dick once a week is not good enough. Let me get a Tuesday dick.
God damn.
Whoa.
Right?
Now, is Tuesday dick the same as Thursday dick, or you might alternate?
No, I'm like, I can see if he wants to add a day to the week. If he's like, I can't do it. If he's like, I can't do it,
Then you get a Tuesday dick.
I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna have to do.
Okay, I got it. Noted. I'm discovering new things about Rome.
I'm just saying I'll do it.
Okay.
Now, if you're trying to be my all the time dick, then you need to do all the time dick things. You know what I'm saying?
Now, legitimately.
Hold on. What's all the time dick things?
You
All
gotta
the time.
you gotta be, you gotta be trying to, you gotta earn the right to exclusivity. That's what that means. You want to be the exclusive person that I'm being intimate with, then you need to act like an exclusive nigga.
You gotta do exclusive shit.
You gotta do exclusive shit.
Drop
You
one
know
of clues bombs on them.
No, we don't do the soundboard. Wait a minute. All right, so check this. All right, so my partner, this same partner, we had this conversation. He got an issue. He got an issue with double booking. So we tend to believe we believe that women would never show up on the first appointment, on the first plan. We always think that, yeah, she said Friday, but Friday she gonna be like, I got some shit to do, or something come up. So he double books.
That's dangerous.
That's super dangerous.
Dicey.
That is so dangerous. So what you do is you book one for 8, you book one for 10. If 8 don't come through, be like, yo, since you late or didn't show up, I made other plans. I'm stepping out. I'll catch you another day. Boom. Your 10 o'clock gonna roll through.
Well, this has
So
worked
if 8 o'clock
flawlessly for a
shows
while.
up, 8 o'clock shows up, you don't want to rush her out. Then you tell the 10 o'clock that your dad's in the hospital.
That's when you kill your parents.
Oh shit, my dad died. Gotta go.
Can't do 10.
My dad died at 9:50.
Because you can't be like, I can't do 10 because my 8 o'clock appointment's still here.
Let me tell you. So my partner, this guy, he double booked, and this time it worked flawlessly for a while because it has always worked. That the first time they want to kick it, that they never kick it. This time, it so happened he set this situation up, and both of them was going to commit, but he forgot one of them was playing that day because the first one showed up. So at the crib, he's over knocking one down. They fall asleep. The other one shows up, knocks on the door because she was following her time schedule.
No.
After she got off work, she was going to pull up.
Nah.
She pulled up. Now he's in this predicament of what to do. Do I answer the door? Do I not answer the door?
Oh,
You don't answer the door.
He rolled the dice. See, we men. We don't gamble, but we gamble.
I hate y'all.
Tell me what his gamble was, please. Tell me he did not answer the door.
I mean,
because
then
then
I
he
can't
gotta
tell you the rest of the
explain-
story because the man
then
opened the door.
He gonna have to explain to 8 o'clock why he ain't answering the door. Either way, it's a lose.
No, not really. He could be like, yo, this crazy bitch that's been trying to get at me forever. Yo, just girl, I'm telling you right now, just please, just be quiet.
Yo, that's
You
good
could
one.
play it off like that. Like, this how good the dick is, fam. I got bitches coming from the past, and you want to stay with this.
Ghost of Christmas
You know
pass
what I'm
for the
saying?
dick.
Yo, finagle that shit.
Well, I wish he had that kind of finesse, but no. He answers the door. He has a chit chat in the living room. He stays in the living room.
Oh, fuck. He's dumb.
So old girl knocked out. They kicking it up front. This was after work. This like 11 p.m., midnight, some shit. Old girl up front fall asleep. He goes back to the bedroom, lays down. We all do this as men. Y'all probably don't know this. We try to fake sleep. So he tried to fake sleep and just stay up to monitor the situation.
Oh my God.
To figure out what to do. but he fell
Oh
asleep
my
because when
God.
you bust a good one, you're tired.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
he
I
falls
hear the
asleep.
snoring. I know that shit ain't fake.
She got up. The girl that was in the bedroom got up, went up front to get whatever shit that she tried to get. Come back, wake him up. Hey, somebody is asleep on your couch.
Oh my God.
Then he was like, yeah, I know.
Time out, please. Does your friend listen to your podcast?
Oh, yeah, I talk about him all the time.
Okay, sir, I need to have a conversation with you. Whatever your name is.
Daniel.
Daniel. That's a
He
good
put his
name.
ass out, didn't
That's
he?
a good name.
Hey, he know.
My dad and my brother are named Daniel. Daniel, son. Don't do that shit again, because let me tell you something about bitches, and I'm sure you know this. Bitches be crazy. And I want to venture to hope that neither one of these women were Puerto Rican. Can I venture?
Yeah. They,
Okay, because if at least one of them were, someone would have really got hurt that day.
We don't know the rest of the story. Did someone get hurt that day?
Well, his feelings got hurt.
Hey.
So-
I would have hurt more than feelings. You better
So-
believe that.
So take this to fast forward things. One of them ends up being his baby mama.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait. Ends up being, meaning that at that point they weren't, correct?
They wasn't the one. I tell you, the one that was on the couch ends up being the one.
Sometimes you gotta sleep on the couch to get the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, nigga.
I mean,
I
yeah.
never sleep on no couch, and I still got a baby.
From couch to delivery room.
So fast forward to today, double booked again. He's rolling dice.
Again?
Yeah, this was way some time ago,
Wow.
but now he's double booked today. So I'm so like I'm
as in
curious to know
today,
how this
literally
goes.
today?
As in today, as in the day that we record.
Tell
this.
him to slide us the phone number of one of the double booked he wants to cancel. I'm gonna
Word up.
cancel that for him right now.
We got a service on the side besides the Zio and Rome podcast, and it's called "We Do Shit You Don't Want to Do."
Yeah.
Let us know. We
Yeah.
handle that shit for you, man.
Well, we're gonna see what happens. I'm cause soon as this is done, I gotta actually. You know what? I'm gonna text him now.
Tell him we're willing to cancel gently.
Nah, he not gonna cancel because one, he's very passive aggressive. So like I tell him he has no finesse.
But
So-
that's why we have to do it for him. We're offering very valuable services here.
We've kicked people out of apartments before.
Have we?
Huh?
Rome kicked people out of apartments.
Oh, I
before.
did. Inadvertent.
Yeah.
I does this.
Yeah, nigga, we did a drive by.
With the hold on double book. Chick. Sin. There we go. We'll see. We'll hopefully we get an update before we finish.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
This is great.
Now, so y'all haven't double booked. You've never double booked before?
Never. I'd rather take the L of not getting any dick and then hitting someone up last minute like, yo, I'm thinking about you, want to come through, after I see my first plan didn't work through. That's the type of gamble I'm willing to take. Going a night without dick, right? Versus a night with two of my lovers face to face.
I might have double booked before, but it might have only been like someone who asked me to do something, and I had already asked someone that I wanted to do something with. And it depends on who. If the person that I want to mess around with falls through, then I'll go ahead with the other option.
No, but have you double booked like people come both meet me at my house?
No.
See, that's just
too
crazy.
dangerous. That's dangerous. I like to live, dangerously, but that's way too dangerous
That's
for my
some
blood.
Daniel shit.
That is some Daniel shit.
Mm-mm.
Now we
Daniel has now become a verb. Yo, you better not Daniel that shit.
Hey, he practically is a verb in my life. I do everything, man. You be doing that bush. But let me
Damn,
ask
Daniel.
this. This is what did he just say? He says that he believes this is weird because I think he would like Rome a lot. But
Whoa.
then
I don't think I'd
I-
like him without the
I-
double fucking.
well, and that's because these are trade
Yeah.
secrets. But I think if he listens to the show too, he would also say you was full of shit. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you why. Just because I know him. Because he feels like women are lazy. Women don't really want dick like they say they want dick.
He
Has he been with a Puerto Rican?
You know what? This chick that he's double booking with. This is his first Hispanic chick he's ever messed with.
Gonna change his life.
Already has.
Okay, see?
I'm telling you,
Eh.
Puerto Ricans, like, we tend to be really horny. I
That's
don't know
why
what
we
it
have
is.
so many kids.
Oh no, that's the situation. He said she told him that she has to go on like at least 2 dates with him before they can do anything.
That's fair.
But she has put out there like she's willing, but she wants to do 2. And he was like, "Look, if you want to give me the pussy, why are we even doing this?"
Whoa, he can't be patient. 2 dates ain't shit, fam.
Yo, you gotta put in work, man.
After them 2 dates, you ain't got to take her on no more dates because once she get the dick, if the dick is right, she gonna be like, nigga,
I'll
just
take
bring
you
me
on
some
a
French
date."
fries on the way.
Is that all it take?
Some good.
I mean,
dick.
if she's dick deprived, right, and she's feeling the dick, at some point, like I totally forget about the whole dating concept, taking me out for a date. But it depends on the circumstance. Now, if her eye is on marriage and big fairy tale shit, then she might play the whole dating game or whatnot. But some women, they just feel like it's so hard to find that connection and someone they have that sexual chemistry with that they'll take whatever they can get. Unfortunately,
yeah.
that's the reality of it.
Yeah, it depends on what they see in the situation at hand.
If it's easy, if it's convenient, when we're together, like it feels cool. You know what I mean?
If I'm vibing with you and want something more than just dick, yeah, I'm gonna.
I mean, I got my own money. If I want a steak, it's nothing, fam. Like
For
I
real.
could do that for myself, but I can't give myself that dick. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That's
That dick.
talk your talk. So I'm
You know?
telling. Let them
But-
know.
I enjoy a good date if I see a future with you. But if it's only entertainment, then it's like we could skip the fondue shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Someone sent me a topic. I'm gonna circle back to that. Yeah. Okay. All right. What did you just say? How does a man know when a woman is dick deprived? Like, how do I know who I can hit up and be like, oh man, she gonna be about the dick versus the chick who wants me to be in her forever life?
I could tell you.
Please.
I could tell you. And this is based off observations of someone very close to me. I know what she does when she wants it.
oh Lord,
I'm not going to say any names. So
Whatever.
And if you want more of this, you can check out the Zio and Rome podcast on Spotify and all podcast platforms. Go ahead.
she'll wink like after she says something cool, she'll like wink at you, like, see what I did there? She'll lick her lips. She'll gently touch your shoulder or your
Whatever.
arm.
Wait a minute. What is this,
And
dick
lean
or
in.
is this dick a
Is
date?
what?
Let's call this dick a
No,
date.
this is like you meet at a bar,
Mm.
you know, and this is your first time meeting her. So she's winking at you. She licks her lips. She's laughing a lot. She's leaning in.
First of
She's
all, I'm
gently
funny.
touching you. That means she want the dick, fam. I'm telling you. Pick up on all them cues.
Listen, girls touch guys a lot during conversation when they're trying to kind of subliminally say something, and
They're
if-
like,
yeah, it's like we can be touching other ways, basically.
yeah,
That's
come
really what's
touch
being
me
said.
back, fam.
Yeah, like put your hand on my hip, nigga. Just aren't you getting the clue?
Like I'm touching you. This
Yeah.
ain't no Me Too, fam.
That's
I
what I'm
touched
saying.
you first.
It's the Me
I
Too
touched you
movement. We don't
first.
know what's
I
what.
touched you first,
For
fam.
real, I think that if I mean, listen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Rome is talking about me. Okay, so with me, I tend to do things like that. Like if I'm feeling a dude and we're having conversation, because I can be a bitch too. So if I'm not feeling you, you can be talking all the game in the world, and I'll literally just stare blankly at your face like you are saying absolutely nothing to me. But if the conversation's going and I'm feeling you, I'm definitely placing my hand on your shoulder, leaving it there a couple seconds longer than I should, smiling a lot, winking during conversations. Like, if you're not picking up on these clues, you clearly have a problem, and I may not even want the dick because you're so clueless.
Jokes with sexual innuendos.
All the time.
Yo, if I'm doing that with you, then that's like the biggest bullseye, my nigga.
Yep.
Because like naturally I'm a bitch. I'm like really cool and I try to be funny with it, but it takes time to warm me up to get on that level. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I got to get familiar. But if off our first meeting, I'm laughing, I'm smiling in your face, I'm doing the gentle touch, and I'm like, that's what she said. Or if I do some goofy ass sexual innuendo, like, son, you better fucking make that fucking touchdown.
Word up.
Stop
Or even
playing
even if
games.
you're scared to make that touchdown at that night, you definitely better get my number and be aware that at some point that touchdown gotta be made.
Yeah.
Now, does who's making? All right, let's say he does play the long game a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and
How long we talking?
well, we talking maybe like, all right, y'all meet. He like,
Like
okay,
6
this what's up.
months, maybe?
Y'all exchange numbers, and then y'all do a little back and forth. Maybe do a kick it.
Yeah.
At
Oh,
what
this makes
point?
sense.
Who making that? Are you waiting for him to engage, or are you gonna engage?
In terms of getting the sex,
Yeah.
like making the sex shift.
Yeah.
I will let it be very clear. If I'm like, yo, this dude is scared, he probably doesn't feel comfortable shifting gears. So I'm going to probably gently become a little more aggressive with the clues to where he becomes comfortable. As soon as homie goes for the kiss, like, it's going to be very clear after that.
If a nigga go for the kiss, it better be clear to you where we going.
Oh, I know.
That's true.
I know.
Cause we are not taking that. That's a layup, and if we shoot the layup, it's like, look, this is gonna be what it's gonna be.
I'm not
Now,
mad at that.
okay, what is the? All right, hold on. Cause first of all, cause I know my people. What we need some zodiacs. What's the signs in it? What's the signs? What's y'all sign?
Zio is a Libra.
Okay,
And, Rome
Libra
is an
gang.
Aquarius.
okay.
What about you?
I'm a Libra.
Okay,
Oh,
Libra
shit.
Nation in the house.
OVO, but
Hey.
all right. Who you said? Did you say Aquarius?
Yes.
Stay wet. Okay.
Yes, tell her to stay away because I technically.
Wait, I thought he said stay wet.
No, he says stay. What the fuck?
Stay away.
He says stay away. It's supposedly a known fact that Libras and Aquarius make the best partners.
Oh.
I said stay wet, but whatever.
Oh!
Are you telling me to stay? Why are you saying stay wet? Because that's what I heard.
I thought he said stay away. That's hilarious.
Cause it's water. Whatever.
Okay.
These
okay,
jokes
okay,
don't
got
write
it, got it.
themselves. I mean,
Got it.
Whatever.
All right. I will try my best to stay wet, although it's getting kind of hard the older I get.
What? I told you what to do about that, fam. We'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
huh? What happened?
Don't worry. It's old people shit,
Don't worry
man.
about it. Don't worry.
This
about
old lady shit.
All right, man. If you want more of this on the Zio and Rome podcast, you check them out on Spotify. You get a lot of this. You get a lot of old people talk. They even talk about PTO and shit. If you really want to get into like your work life.
Yo, we talk about that crazy life. We talk about that real life, and we try to blend it all together the best that we can.
Yo, you like the PTO shit? I feel like affects everybody. The FMLA rules, the fucking what was the shit we were talking about the other day? CO, EAP program through your job.
Employee assistance program.
Man, y'all sleeping on all that shit.
And let's talk about it. Let's be real. Who can blend PTO, FMLA, all of this knowledgeable information, work related, and still talk about sucking dick to save your grandma's life, all in the same sentence?
And if you want more of this, you can listen to the Zio and Rome podcast on our podcast platforms.
Yeah.
Hold on. Speaking of on that shit, on not the dick for grandma, but PTO, work
Yeah.
life.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Let me gather myself.
You can do this.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy to me. At my job, it's the same way. Niggas know about these benefits like no other. They tell you in a heartbeat, man, you better take your goddamn PTO. Use it to lose that shit. White people just be there just hanging out. I don't want to take off. I'm like, nah, fam, take off. Get that shit. You sick? Something going wrong? You get a lot of migraines? Stop taking PTO, man. Get some of that FMLA. Just take off when you want to take off. Give them the 40 hours back.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
crazy.
why I ain't got no more PTO for the rest of the year. That's why I couldn't fly to see my grandma when she broke her fucking shoulder because I was doing nigga shit and taking off for every fucking. Well, I get sick a lot. So, you know, if I just woke up one day and I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling well today, then I would just be like, that's what PTO is for, and I would take the day off. But now that I'm feeling a lot better, I'm like, yo, I got to be very strategic with my PTO in 2019. I can't wait for January, dog. I already got like 3 trips in my head planned.
Word up. I still have like 48 hours of PTO and I'm rolling into the new year. So we'll see.
Y'all don't know my situation. It feel like I don't take
Your
off.
shit's negative? Oh.
Oh no, fuck no. Like my boss have to tell me, man, you got this many, you need to use this shit.
Yo.
And I be like, dog, I be taking off. But yeah, I'm rolling over 40 and I ain't going on December 20th, I don't come back to work till the next year.
Oh, wow.
What? That is the life I want to live.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean I do that every year, but like to do it and always have shit to roll over is like, man, you gotta do something. And I take out quite a bit, but shit, I woke up Wednesday, didn't know I didn't have to go to work. I was like, damn, all right, I guess I
Man,
got
you must
dressed.
really love your job.
Hey, you know what I mean? Fuck that. Anyway,
Okay.
they don't give me shit on my job. Nah.
Okay, boss.
I'm gonna roll into this topic. So I got someone always sending me topics, and I actually, you said something earlier that made me want to talk about what she sent me.
Okay.
She said, I'm gonna give you the list of what this person sent me like 2 weeks ago, to talk about. She wanted me to talk about swinging,
Okay.
threesomes, what's this? Handling finding a old gangbang tape of your partner. Now,
What?
I didn't get it either. I asked her, why are you even holding on to a gangbang tape? And she was like, some people look at it as like trophies.
Like you're the one being gangbanged or just gangbang porn?
No, this is a sex tape of either you a part of a gangbang. I guess you are in some form a part of a gangbang, and your
Holy
partner
shit.
finding the
Oh.
content of you being a part of this
Oh, Jesus.
sexcapade.
So basically, it's like, what would I do if I found a tape of my partner participating in a gangbang?
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's not what I want to talk about. I'm just giving you the list of shit that she
Got
sent
it.
me.
Got
Oh.
it.
Now the one
Jeez.
I did want to talk about, it said when persistence becomes tedious, and I asked her to explain that. Like, what do you mean? When you know what and who you want, and you're pursuing them and trying to show them who they are and who you want. Show them who you are and what they're basically. How long do you pursue someone to show them like, look, I'm really fucking with you, to where it becomes, look, am I waiting for you to fix yourself and fix your situation, or am I just filling a void?
Huh. I mean, I don't got the patience for that shit. Like, it depends, because if it's like I really like the person and the sex is great, I'm willing to be patient and put in the energy, so that way, because if I approach it with the all or nothing type deal, like, yo, I want all of you or none of you, then that means I get no dick. I don't get those great phone calls, those great laughs we share, all that shit. So it's like, I got to be a little patient. But if it gets to a point where it's like, yo, I'm over here caking it with somebody that really isn't ready to go all in with me, which is cool, but is like I'm putting 100% focus on him. Meanwhile, I may be missing out on all these other opportunities with someone who may be willing to give me more or something better. Then that's when it's like, maybe I should, since he ain't ready to go all in, maybe I should give him less energy and give my energy to somebody else. I think eventually it turns into that, because the moment that you get stuck on that one guy and you start to be persistent and you're not getting what you want, you're going to come off like you're a nagging little bitch. It's going to become unattractive.
You're a nuisance.
And the shit's going to fizzle out anyway. So I don't know.
How long is too long?
It depends, man. It's a vibe, unfortunately.
I think whenever it starts to feel like you're putting in more work than the other person, now that's not to say that right away when you feel that way that you should just give up, because when you're putting effort into anything, there's going to be moments where the other person's making more effort than you, or vice versa. Sometimes you have to pick up the slack or whatever it is that may be going on. But I think that when it feels like it's a continuous situation of you putting in more work and that person not reciprocating that at least to the same level or close to, it might be time to go.
I think when you're like genuinely feeling frustrated, that's like, I feel like emotions are a really good indicator.
Yeah, and I think it's important to be unselfish in situations like that, but also not be blind.
Yeah, you got to be true to yourself and true to your emotions. And just because you're frustrated, don't mean that a nigga got to bow down.
Word
but
up.
it's probably a moment for you to take a look at yourself and be like, okay, since you can't be demanding of homeboy, either you need to reset your expectations, or maybe you need to just dial it back with homeboy and start finding something else to maintain your attention, or just dead the whole thing altogether and pursue something different. So those emotions, I feel, are a good checkpoint to either reevaluate the current situation or to just switch your whole style up.
Now, as women, do you have you been? So women tend to, I think you guys get a longer leash than we do when it comes to a situation like that. Like, we be dead ass frustrated trying to figure out, do she fuck with me for real, or do she not? You know what I mean? I'm chasing, I'm showing them, every nigga like I'm a real nigga, I'm solid, I'm this, that, and the third. And yet, for some reason, there's that a woman will have a reservation in saying, I just got out of a relationship or whatever it is. Have you guys ever felt like you were that person that was for lack of better words, leading a man on?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
Here's the thing. Like, women are the forbidden fruit, right? And I'm not trying to toot my own horn
Toot toot.
or CO's horn,
Toot toot.
but I'm going to be real with you. Like, I feel like it's very difficult to find women that are well-rounded, that like you can have a conversation, feel like you're chopping it up with your homeboys, you know what I mean? Have great sex. She could cook a good meal. She has her own ambition. She's not trying to use you. And I feel like when men find something that they're like, oh my gosh, like it's so hard to find a woman that has all these qualities, those are the ones that dudes get stuck on. And they're like, yo, I'm not even looking for a girl, but like, I feel like it's very hard for me to find women like this. And that's where the leash comes into play. It's like, I'm willing to pay the long game because she's worth it. And it's like, I gotta have that. And that's y'all problem. Y'all feel like once y'all are like, put that goal in your head of like, I gotta have that, y'all are like, y'all gonna take it to the limit, like the best you can, until you just be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, but that's also kind of like, to play the other side of that, I feel like some men actually have that. They'll have that with a female, and then a baddie will walk by with a fat ass, and they're like, well, I'm willing to risk it all, nigga. It don't matter.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
feel
see.
like
I'm
those are two
gonna
different
push
things,
back
though.
on that a little bit because
go ahead.
when we really, here's the thing. Let me get comfortable. Take a quick swig. Now,
What we swigging?
huh?
What we swigging on?
A little something in this cup. Ain't nothing. I'm Jesus juice. A dude, like when a dude likes you like that, like when they really like, okay, this is everything I'm looking for. He will he good. Like that's when you got the good nigga. That's when he good. He ain't fucking with nothing else. He tunnel vision right on you. But over time, when it starts to get frustrating, he builds that resentment where he's like, I'm gonna keep fucking with her because I see this quality, but I'm not seeing, I don't know what the fuck it is she want. And when you ask those questions, you try to have those conversations, you get the little swerve type of conversation and then there's these points where you're like, okay, I think she fucking with me, but look, I need to drop some dick off. And then you start seeing these other chicks on the side until this person decides that she want to go ahead and get in the game.
I don't know. I gotta call bullshit on that.
All right.
I feel like when you're a woman in your eyes, goes from goddess to human, that's when niggas, like, I feel like when we first meet, you're like, oh my gosh, she's a goddess. She's a fucking goddess. She's amazing. But the moment I have a bad fucking day and I do some shit that makes me human, then that's when all of a sudden it's okay for you to get distracted for a minute, take a break from my human moment, and go get some pussy. And then a nigga want to catch himself telling me like, oh, if I fuck with another bitch, it's only entertainment. You know what I mean? We don't have feelings for these bitches. It's just entertainment. It's like, I get that, because let me tell you something. Women are beautiful, man. We come in so much, like, there's so much fucking variety. You know, it's young, it's old, it's thick, it's thin, it's fit, it's jiggly. It's like, it's so much different shit. So it's like, I can't fault my nigga if he's distracted by a woman, something different. But it's like, to me, it's like when you depreciate that goddess element and now I'm just human, you're like, well, shit, it ain't nothing for me to get another human, so I'm gonna just risk it all. You know, that's the problem, man. Like, y'all be forgetting that we human. So y'all be having these goddess expectations from us. And then, like I said, as soon as them bad days start rolling around, it's like all of a sudden we're not worthy of the utmost respect. And that's the shit that I hate.
But I think that's the difference between
Fuck boys and real niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in ways, because yeah, if a dude is solid, he's solid all the time. Now he gon', you know what I mean, if he dabble, he dabble, because, you know, patience is a virtue and you can only be so patient with a person. Like, time is a luxury you don't get back. So
I don't like that you're connecting cheating though to him being tired or frustrated.
But I'm not
with his
saying that
current
this is like
situation.
my chick though. Like, this is where I'm trying to get with this person who is not reciprocating. Like, I feel like you dig me, but you're not wanting to commit to this because you're working on yourself or whatever it is that you're doing.
Shit, if she don't want to commit, then it's free game.
I was
Like,
just gonna
nigga, do
say
whatever
that.
the fuck you want.
I don't think it's considered cheating or stepping out or anything like that if you guys don't have the conversation of exclusivity or whether or not we even really know where this is going.
And if you're a real nigga, you gonna let her catch a whiff of another woman so you can let her know you in demand.
Word
and she
up.
could be like, oh, wait a minute, Ro knows.
But this my goddess. I don't want her to. See, we gamble, but you don't want to gamble.
Nah, because if she's your goddess and you treating her like a goddess and she's still playing fucking games with you, like, I would say people call this manipulative, but I'd be like, listen, I understand you got things you working on, but I'm at a stage in my life where I would really like to be with just one woman, and it would be nice if that woman could be you. Now, if you're not ready, I fully respect that, but I think that it's important for that when you are ready, that you could communicate that to me so I can behave accordingly.
And also be aware that
Sauce.
just because you decide 6 months from now that you finally are ready, that doesn't necessarily mean that I may be in this space where I even want to be ready for you.
So take that into
consideration so that moving forward, you can decide how long you're going to take, because I may be here in 6 months, but I may very well not be. I may find another goddess.
And that's not nothing personal against you. It's just that I have to do what makes sense for me in my personal life, you know, but at the same time, I want to respect you. So that plants the seed in her head that it's like, yo, bitch, this could all be yours if you're ready. But if you're not ready, don't step to me with your bullshit when you see that I'm still doing me.
Word up.
You know what I mean? And that's the way I would handle it. Now, feel free to use any and all of that if you like. We're good with the words and shit.
Yeah. I think it's important to be more vocal.
That's why we offer our services.
Yeah. It's important to be more vocal. I think that's where guys kind of like have a hard time with. They don't realize that being vocal actually gets them a long way. I've known niggas that I've never even been attracted to, and they got their vocal game on point. I'm like, yes, bitch, we doing this.
Yeah, y'all gotta y'all gotta start finessing the combos. Like, you gotta be like Mufasa in the game. Not the death part, but everything else.
All right, now on that though, let me ask this then. Why is those conversations so difficult? Like, I hear everything both you're saying, but more likely than not, if a guy approaches a woman in this way, she's gonna find some difficulty in expressing like what that stage is because not want to hurt a feeling or whatever the shit is. But then also a male will also not want to approach it that way because he really don't want to lose like this what catch that he believes he has. Like this is a difficult conversation for anyone in pursuit to have.
Listen, first of all, women naturally are very expressive. So if she's not being expressive when you're stepping to her with this shit,
she's not feeling
that means she ain't feeling you. So I'm just being 100 with y'all off rip. Like, I'm just being a buck because if homie steps to me like that, I just feel like just naturally we're going to have that response system that even if we don't respond in the moment, we're going to give you some sort of response if we genuinely want the same thing. If we don't want the same thing, that's when we're going to beat around the bush. We're not going to respond. We're going to make excuses. That means like we ain't feeling you.
That should be a clear indicator to you that is what the answer that you're looking for. She's clearly making excuses when you're being extremely vocal with her, which means that she's not feeling you. Now, if she's expressive back, then that's also a clear indicator. Now, there are times, and I know this as well, that there are times that people have gone through certain traumas and they don't necessarily not feel you, but they don't want to step so quickly into another scenario. And in that time, that's when you decide if you want to give that person time or not.
But you got to be real with yourself. Like if we've been caking it 3 months and you still haven't let me smash, or if I've been taking you on dates and we've been caking it, but you won't let me be your man and it's been 6 months, then it's like, you got to look at yourself. You always got to make yourself the priority. That's where the self-love comes in. Like, I love myself enough to know that I'm not going to keep throwing my money at this bitch and keep treating her like a queen if she ain't ready to step into the position.
Word up.
You know what I mean? So you got to treat yourself better than you willing to treat this bitch. I'm just being real with you. As for why men have a hard time having difficult conversations with women is because you guys subconsciously know that women are emotional creatures. And it's scientifically proven that men struggle when women start to respond to things emotionally. In fact, it's said that when a woman starts to cry, that something like it affects you guys like mentally.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a sociopath, so now.
Well, okay. Well, then what's the problem here? Like, yo, bitch, we doing this or not? You know? See ya. A sociopath
I didn't say I can't
care.
have it. I'm just saying I know, like my
no, but that's why most men can't do it, though.
Yeah, no, what you said is right. I even tell my friend like the only reason you won't do this because you're just afraid. Like you're afraid of the snapback, and it's like it's not worth it to you. So you just. And
that fear is unattractive. Y'all got to stop and realize you're fucking kings. But you got to act like that king. Like be that man. And if you are going to step to me on some shit, like you want to be my man, you got to be ready to be a man.
Word up.
Don't be acting like a boy. Don't be like, yo, I don't got a whip. Yo, I ain't got a job. Yo, I can't take you out to eat because I can't afford it. Like that to me is like, I could fuck. I remember when I was younger and money was tight and, you know, if we have to split a pack of oodles and noodles, like I was with that shit. But if we're both like in our 30s, we both have had enough time to establish careers, figure things out, we're on separate life paths, you're stepping to me wanting to date me, but you don't have the resources to effectively date a woman like me, then I feel like that's you being out of your league and you have no business dating. What you need to be doing is focusing your energy on fucking bettering your situation before you trying to step into my life and fuck my shit up, homie.
And if you want more of this, you can listen to the Zio and Rome podcast.
But be on some king shit. If you like, yo, I got my own job. I got my own cribbo. I got my own whip. I got extra money to where I could show shorty a good time every now and then and treat her right. If she don't want this, then it's her loss because the truth is that there's so many women out there that wish they had a good nigga. If that wasn't the truth, then why are so many bitches dating niggas that are in prison right now?
Word up. And to kind of like play off of that though, another thing that guys don't know that this is just some insight. Women love confidence. Like they extremely are infatuated with confidence, and there is a thin line between confidence and cocky. So you have to be very weary of that because cocky can come off very unattractive.
Yeah.
But if you basically fake it till you make it, like, yo, I'm definitely the nigga that would do right by you. I'm definitely the nigga that would better your life, women definitely are attracted to that.
And I feel like the good way to balance cockiness and confidence is make sure that you celebrate her more
Word up.
or as much as you celebrate yourself.
Okay, talk to him.
You
Talk to him.
that talk that talk.
We just some old bitches.
Yeah,
we know shit.
Old as fuck. You would never know looking at her pictures though. It's
Nah.
that melanin.
Okay. Talk your shit, queens. All
Single
right.
queens.
There you go. There you go. I'm y'all had some topics. Y'all go. Because y'all going to beat me up. And everybody going to be
Okay.
mad.
I'll go. So
Because I agree. I agree with a lot of what y'all said. But go ahead.
All right. I want to call this little segment, Am I an Asshole?
Yes, the
I
answer
mean,
is
yeah. What's the next segment?
So the reason why I asked this is because I read a story today. And basically the synopsis is that there was a kid named Absidy, spelled ABCDE.
No.
I got something for that. I got something for
That
that.
gets mocked for her name. Now these are white people. And so what happened was they went to the airport. I don't want to misquote the airline, Southwest Airlines in California. One of the fucking stewardess ladies saw the name on the boarding pass that it said ABCDE, and they were joking about it. I guess this child is also special needs, so they got that preliminary boarding situation. So she was kind of laughing at it and called it out, and everyone was laughing at the kid. And then she even took a picture and I think posted it on her social media.
Oh my God.
So the mom's bugging out yo, a 5-year-old girl shouldn't be made fun of about her name and blah, blah, blah. And it's a big deal to where the airline had to fucking offer their most sincere apologies.
Did they give the money back?
I don't fucking know, but I just want to know if I'm an asshole because I feel like, son, if you name your kid ABCDE, you are asking for it. And I just feel like I could have easily made that same mistake that the Southwest airline person would have made. I would have been like, ABCDE. And how do I pronounce that?
Okay.
Is this her real name?
I think that one, you are a little bit of an asshole for thinking that. I think that two, I personally don't think that you would take it that far. You wouldn't have posed with the child and then put it on your social media.
No. She took a picture of the boarding pass.
Okay. Would you have done that?
I don't know if I would have posted it on social media because I feel like that's the sure way
rude
to
as
get
fuck.
fired.
It's your job, my
But if
nigga.
you laugh at that name, if you give a reaction to that name,
are you an asshole?
Do you feel like you could legit look at that boarding pass and have zero reaction at all, bro?
Well, look here. I got a fun fact for you. Sit
Okay.
back, people. Enjoy this. So my my kid's mother is a teacher, and 3 years ago, she had a kid in her class named Absidy.
Shut up.
No, is it the same kid?
So I wanted to know where was this past. I saw this story earlier, and I meant to look for it, and I just sent her a screenshot. Okay, so I just, when you brought that up, I sent her a screenshot. She just replied. She said that name has got so popular. First time I heard and had a student was when my daughter stayed daycare here in San Antonio. That
Texas?
is a name.
Yeah, this was in Texas, but they were flying back to El Paso, Texas. from
This might be
California.
the same kid.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because she teaches, or at that time she was like a I don't know what they call it. It was like an assistant for handicapped kids.
Teacher's aide?
Yeah.
She's
One of
special
those.
needs.
Oh my God, this is the same kid. You know what? I love irony like this.
So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta send it to her, and I got distracted. And then you said that, I said, I gotta send this shit to her right now.
She's 5 years old.
That is great.
Her name's Absidy Redford.
But you said white kid. This is a Mexican, Hispanic.
Wow, that's interesting.
Hold on. Let me make sure. Was she white?
Listen, at
Sin.
the end of the day, I think you're an asshole. Sorry. I think you're an asshole. I think that if you are looking at this passport, yes, granted, at first I would probably chuckle a little bit. I'd probably ABCDE. I'd probably say that. But then it's clear that you should not in your workplace take a picture of something that may get you fired, may get you in trouble, and like you literally look like an asshole.
Yeah, I
feel like
agree.
the social
I
media
think
post was taking it too far.
when you do it at your workplace, I see. Yeah, because I know when I do shit at work, I know when I'm being an asshole. I know when I'm being a dick because I got to show somebody this crazy shit.
Exactly.
And I want to correct myself. I don't know if epilepsy falls in the special needs care category, but I'm now seeing in the article is that Absidy lives with epilepsy. So that's why they always pre-board the plane.
Look, I mean, you know, I got a strong mental health community with my show, but I also will advocate to say, look, funny is still funny. So that's no precursor to the name. See, the epilepsy, the special needs has nothing to do with the name.
Because you didn't know that baby had epilepsy when you popped her out the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had that name picked out from the womb. I know you did.
You don't know that.
I wonder how I do. That is curious though. How does that get put together?
Like this, A, B, C, D, E.
Because really, if we joking about it, so people, these are jokes and funny is funny, but you do have to feel like the parent was like, fuck it, you know, yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
Something different. I feel like Apple, all those interesting different names.
Guys. She named her child Absidy, and yes, it goes in the formation of the alphabet. However, these celebs out here are naming their kids all types of crazy shit. I'm pretty sure that they're not being made fun of.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I had a kid. This is a person in my high school. Her whole family was named after household appliances. Their middle names, not their first names. So, like, this particular girl was whatever Clorox Thomas.
No.
Clorox Thomas. But no bullshit. This is on the school ID.
We're not doing this.
I'm just telling you, this is real life things. These are facts.
Wow.
These is real life facts. There was a dude in my class named Dakota Wolf. He wasn't Native American.
I was about to say, yes, he was.
Lies.
That was his name, Dakota Wolf. Had dreadlocks, white dude. You know, they was doing it early.
Okay.
Another dude named Halo. I'm just saying, this is real, people.
And it wasn't a video game.
Just like
Or
before
Beyonce.
the video game.
Wow.
He was named
You know
that
what?
before the game, before there was even an Xbox.
Ahead of their time.
Hey, gotta do it. But yes, assholes.
All right. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I'm definitely not an asshole. I would not have done that.
You would have been like A, B, C, D, E. And then they would have been like, no, it's Absidy.
Yeah, and then I would have been like, I do apologize. I'm so sorry I didn't get that from it. But Absidy, you are ready to board. That's it.
That's good. Man, you could do anything.
I can.
I couldn't. I wouldn't have made it. I would have looked them dead in the eyes and just smirked like, come on. What is this? Because you asking to get, I don't want to say fuck it. You asking to be made fun of. Not you particularly, not the kid. That kid didn't ask for that.
Oh, man.
All right, that take me to another thing because some years ago, there was a kid named Adolf Hitler.
No, sir. No.
But A, B, C, D is
No,
okay.
Now, is that a form of child abuse? That was actually the conversation that was had at the time.
I think so. I think that you kind of, it's not per se the norm child abuse that we would speak about like regularly, but I think like you're kind of setting your child up for bullying and picking and failure because when you first see that name, you automatically have a negative connotation to it. So you're going to assume certain things of the parents and that family just by the name.
It creates a visual picture in your mind as soon as you like hear the name. So it's like your kid's gonna be prejudged
before they
unfairly
even are known.
before
Exactly.
anyone gets to know them. So I mean, I don't know if I can classify it as child abuse, but it's like if you love your kid, why would you do that to them?
You're an asshole too. You should be in this segment.
You're all assholes. Can CEO do a topic now?
Go for it.
Boom. This is actually a little bit more serious because I'm not an asshole. And it's something that, bro, you and I have actually discussed a little bit. I wanted to know for all of us, roundtable discussion, are you overly cautious in relationships or not enough? And what are some of the flaws that you have seen by being this way?
Ooh.
Am I
I feel
overly
like it
cautious?
depends. I feel like I've been overly cautious. It's ended wrong. I feel like I've not been cautious enough and it's ended wrong. I haven't found that sweet spot.
So you're fucked, is what you're saying. Either way.
Yeah, but I feel like anytime
She's trying
you
to be.
enter a
Anyway,
of course. No, I feel like anytime you enter a relationship, though, it's like a delicate balance. You have to, I feel like my recipe is like, yo, let me just make sure that regardless of how this plays out, I'm good.
Mhm.
Like, that's just my general rule of thumb. And everything else, I just got to kind of let flow. Because if you become overly cautious, you can kill a good thing and
Word
not
up.
let it flourish.
Mhm.
But if you're not cautious enough, then you could just get played hard body.
Ro, what would you say that you are?
I don't know because see, the way I deal with relationships is I treat every relationship individually. So
Okay.
if I meet someone, I'm considerate of people's feelings quite a bit, but at the same time, I'm like Steph Curry. I'll shoot a shot from anywhere. So I'm very self-destructive. Like
Mm.
I tend to everything could be great, but as soon as I feel like something's uncomfortable for me, I'm just like, fuck everything, let's start over. And like I'm comfortable alone. So it makes me I like to put a lot of decisions in their hand, or I will push a situation to make them feel like they made that decision. So the door is always open for me to go, hey, you decided. You know. If I want to come back, I'm like, well, you know, that was you. If you're a changed person, then I'm with it. But I mean, I'm very open about like I'm very self-destructive about shit. Like just not even relationships, like my projects and shit. I will be going fine, and then the one thing that bothers me will make me say fuck all this. So I would say
Sounds like you're
I'm not
overly
cautious.
I think you sound cautious to a certain degree.
You know, I would say this. I think I lean more cautious than not cautious.
Don't you feel like everybody should start off kind of cautious until the person earns the right for you to kind of let that wall or that guard down over time?
Yeah, in a perfect world, I would say that that's definitely the right way to go.
That's why I feel like it's so hard to answer this question because I'm like, if I'm with someone that I feel like I have to be cautious with, I'm gonna be cautious all the time. But if I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing to worry about with such and such,
Oh
my wall
man.
could be all the way down.
Yeah, but then there could be situations like with me, for example, I tend to be overly cautious and I do understand why that may affect my relationships. And it's because I bring all these past traumatic experiences into new situations, which is something that I'm still working on. But I always in the back of my head think like, well, I've seen a situation like this before. And I'm automatically putting that situation into my current situation. And it's not okay to be that way. But then
facts.
but then I'm fucked clearly because not only do I bring these past traumatic situations into my current space, but also even when I see red flags in the current situation, I make excuses for it.
Yo, let me tell you guys what I think. And this shit may be completely wrong. All right. This has come from someone who's almost lost their life. So listen up.
Oh shit. Preach.
Life is short. And I feel like I got to treat every relationship, whether it's romantic or not, like just enjoy the moment. This moment could either be very short or it could be very long, depending on how you treat it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the way I've been approaching things. It could be a very long moment. If the shit just works, it gels, we have mutual respect for one another. Or it could be very short if it's just not meant to be. And I'm completely comfortable and okay with both situations.
See, I kind of lean with that because I will always I'm very quick to be like, look, the moment that you feel like the moment a person feels a certain way towards me that's negative, like in a relationship, go be somewhere else. Because I feel like once you start to doubt me, you don't stop doubting me, regardless,
Holding
even
your
if I'm in
partner's
the
one of
right
the
or
worst
not.
Feelings ever.
So I'm always about like, go be happy. Like, if that means not being with me, go be happy. Like that's gonna be more important to you in the long haul, because if you're not happy and we're doing this dance, then at some point
But-
I'm gonna get exhausted because I'm gonna be able to feel that you're not happy.
If you're willing to let someone go that easily, then that means that they weren't for you, because you ain't gonna be like, oh, you ain't happy, then go be happy.
I am
I
though,
feel like if
because I'm
I feel like if I
self-destructive.
love you and you're giving me feedback and I'm like, you know what, I can work on that. You know what, I can try to change that. But if it's something I know I can't change and it's something I can't work on, then I'm willing to let you go. I feel like it's not always a let you go situation. It's kind of contingent
not always,
upon
but I think that
the topic at hand.
But for you to say, like, maybe you don't really love this person, if you're willing to just, I think that love it's not necessarily in all aspects that way, but it should be selfless.
But he said he's always the type that'll let them go.
If he sees that they're not happy and being with him makes them unhappy, then he's willing to just let that be.
I think it depends on the subject at hand. If someone expresses to you they're not happy about something and you're willing to work on or change that thing.
Well, yeah, if we talking about something that can be itemized, sure. You know,
if it's who he is as a person and they're not saying,
see ya.
Yeah, it's
You're
kind
outta
of
here.
like, okay, well,
Goodbye.
True love should be like, go find something.
like if I love you and I really care about you, I care about your happiness, and that's not with me. Yeah, it's gonna suck for me. That would suck. But at the end of the day, I can't say that I love you and I want to see you happy, and then that happiness is only what they say. It's only conditioned by being with me. Then that's not real, because that's not it's only a condition that I want to see your happiness.
Word.
Right.
And that's like, I'm not that person. But that's also because, again, I'm good with being alone. Like, it's plenty of times where I've let shit go and I still dwell on, like, should I have, did that? But that goes back to this thing of, like, being in a moment. Like, I don't want to be constantly feeling like, I know that a person can go. I know that there's always the potential for someone leaving. So if I know that, then that makes the landing of that much softer for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, was that a bar? Did I hit y'all with a bar or not?
Yeah.
You sure did.
Okay, shit. I just gotta make sure I get one in. It is my show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't need my permission.
All right.
Rowe knows what he's talking about. Rowe knows.
I try a little bit. I just be fucking around.
almost
I just be
famous.
fucking around.
Yeah. We both only have one more topic each. I don't know if you wanted to throw one in the mix.
Nah, you got it. I'm rocking. I'm rocking.
Okay.
My prep was low, so
Okay. So my next topic is part of a segment that is called "This Can't Be Real Life."
I just told you somebody's name was Clorox. So you got to be way more unbelievable than that.
It definitely is.
All right.
Let me read the headline. Say what now? Woman farts in line at Dollar General, then pulls a knife on a man who complained about it.
Lies.
Bro.
Was that Florida? That sounds like some Florida shit.
There's only two people in the world that are that crazy. If you come from the
It
Bronx,
was in Florida.
or you're from Florida.
It was in
Bam.
Florida, bro.
Bam. I believe it.
Broward. Wow.
There you
According
go.
to a Broward Sheriff's Office complaint affidavit, Shanetta Yvette Wilson, 37, was in the checkout line at the Dollar General store. And the customer, his name was John Walker. He was standing next to her, got into a verbal dispute in reference to the defendant farting loudly. Wilson, the lady, allegedly pulled a small lockback knife from her purse. She opened the knife and told the victim she was going to gut him.
Like the fart coming out her tummy.
While doing so, she pulled back her right hand with the knife as if she was going to attack the victim. Walker was in fear that he was going to get stabbed by the defendant. After the police were called, Wilson was found by deputies in the area and was identified, the victim. She was arrested and taken to a detention facility in Pompano Beach. Her bail was set at $2,500.
That's a lot of money for farting.
I'm going to tell you what's the most important part to me that wasn't stated. I wanted to know what she had. What was she checking
what she
out
was
with?
buying? Yeah, I want to know.
Maybe she was on her period.
Because when you go to Dollar General, I don't know if y'all frequent the Dollar General or not, But you don't.
Yeah.
When you go to Dollar General, you just got an arm full of shit. So when you stop everything to pull out your knife, I'm curious what else you had.
That's true. Because they don't really have conveyor belts at Dollar General.
Yeah.
Right?
And she's just sitting there like, okay, motherfucker, I got you with your. I wonder what his statement was.
She probably was having a really, really bad day. Or she had some mental health issues, which I don't want to make fun of that. But
Or she ain't
you know,
got
I've
time for
had
these
some
white folks.
I've had interactions with crazy people like this in my line of work.
Yo, crazy people are strong. You gotta watch out.
Yo, it's like the moment you think you're gonna check someone and then they turn up to knife status, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you gotta reevaluate your gangsta after that.
And that just makes you think like, damn, I can't even call out niggas for farting no more. It just makes you think about everything.
We live in a new world.
At what point are you sitting up like, I gotta call this nigga out for farting though?
Yo, if you fart in my bubble, which probably means you're standing too close. But if I'm close enough to where your fart cloud can travel to my bubble, then I feel I have the right to say something.
But what do you say? Because it's one of those things, it happened already.
I'd be like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
Really?
Nah, I'm not saying shit.
I wouldn't say shit either.
I ain't saying shit, fam.
I would stay quiet. I'd be like, damn.
Because the
I
person
say
that
somebody
farts
else.
like that in public, that clearly, is with the shit. Like, all right.
Word up. They don't give a fuck about
Yo,
life, period.
I got a story, right? So I was in like middle school and I had this homegirl that had the deadliest farts, dead ass. Like I've never smelled farts like this ever in life. So we were in the library, which just so happened to be in the basement of the school. She's like, yo, I got to fart. You know, she like let the squad know, like the mini crew.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm about to fart. So I'm like, oh shit, this bitch is gonna fart. I just thought it was gonna be her regular smelly ass fart. We was gonna walk away and go about our life.
That shit was loud as fuck, wasn't it?
Yo, it had no smell, but the smell was so bad that the whole library
sound?
smelled it.
Wait, what? The sound wasn't loud.
It was a silent killer, bro.
Okay.
But it smelled so bad that the whole library smelled it, and everyone was like, all you heard was a wave of echoes saying, oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh, what is that? Everybody in the library was just like evacuating the library, asking what it was. And we knew who and what it was.
But did
Yo, I've
she
never
know?
seen
Like, did
anything
she?
Yeah, she was laughing so hard. She was like turning red. Like she was so embarrassed, but it was so funny at the same time.
That's bad.
And the thing that's so funny, bro, is that fast forward, she's a nurse now, right? And sometimes on Facebook, I'll see her other like fellow nurses tag her in memes that have to do with farts.
So clearly she still has
So I'm like,
stomach
some
issues.
things never change.
I mean, if she's a nurse, just go knock on one of them doors. Say, hey, look, I got a problem. My asshole leaks a little bit.
It's really bad, bro. It's so bad.
Like, you can't be in the profession of getting your health figured out without your health figured out.
That's not
Word
true.
up.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of obese doctors out there trying to tell people how to live their lives.
I ain't never seen an obese doctor.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen an obese doctor either.
What?
I've seen obese nurses or like LPN, CNAs, but I've never seen an obese doctor.
I've seen overweight doctors and I've seen obese doctors.
You need to change your doctor that you go
I'm
to.
not saying
I
that.
don't think that's
I
a
even
doctor.
Don't y'all remember the My 700-Pound Life or one of them
Yeah.
TLC shows?
Yeah.
The doctor that was on that shit was fat as fuck. And
No,
I'm like,
he wasn't.
yo, we talking
You
about
talking
we're not
about
talking about
the
the same show.
glasses?
The glasses.
He was not that big.
my nigga.
You exaggerating.
He was
my
like
nigga.
100 pounds overweight,
No,
bro.
he wasn't.
Yo,
First off, he
don't
was
make me pull this
Yo,
shit
pull
up.
that nigga
yo.
up. First
I
off,
think
he was like-
overweight is one thing, but obese is different.
Yeah, me too. He definitely was overweight.
Okay, we can call him fat, right?
All right,
was
I'm
chunky.
with it.
The fat shouldn't consult the fat, is what I'm saying.
There's a difference between fat consulting obese. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, listen, I may be borderline, but I'm letting you know.
and he was mean with it, fam.
You
He was
gotta
like,
be mean
he was like
sometimes.
5'8" and 280.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was,
You're only
at
saying that because
least.
you're like 4'11.
Bitch,
What?
I'm 5 feet tall, and I know I'm fat. Like,
I
so
didn't
we ain't
even
got to
say
throw
it.
me into this.
Whoa, you took that shit somewhere else.
Yo, but all I'm saying is like, fat leading to fat is kind of funny.
And what we're saying is, if you want more of this, then visit Zio and Rowe.
But I feel like if you just have a fart problem, don't let that hold you back from your nursing dreams. You know?
No, because I don't want no confusion. I don't want like to be being checked on and then she fart and they ask me, "Am I okay?" That wasn't me. First of all,
Those are farts to be proud of, in my opinion. Clearing out libraries, fam. Libraries are usually pretty big, if you ask me.
you clear out a library. What was she studying on?
I don't know, man. I wish I remembered.
Well, at least it was silent because you want to keep the library quiet, but
Hey, I was just thinking of a joke to go like that, and you beat me to it. All right, Ro, I see you.
well, I don't know, but she came in with that loud. But these jokes don't write themselves. I
feel you. I feel you.
That's back
that
to
was
back.
Good, guys. Good job.
All right.
All right.
Well, I got this. We'll do this. What made y'all decide that y'all were the ones to start your own podcast?
Seal and I have been friends for a really long time, and we've had a lot of one-on-one conversations that have resulted in belt bursting laughter, me peeing on my pants,
Yes.
peeing on my pants all the time.
So much so that when we are gonna go out for the night, she would say things like, "Okay, so before we go out, I know this is gonna be funny, and I'm hanging out with you, so I'm gonna put a pad on."
I
Not
either
because
put
she
a
has a
pad on.
period.
I gotta avoid drinking, and then this bitch will be out and about, and she'll be like, "Why aren't you drinking anything? You gotta drink. That's not healthy." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm trying not to drink because you're gonna make me pee my pants. I just know it's gonna happen."
Because that brings the funny.
But the thing is that, like, when you have those really good conversations, it's like, yo, like, I wish there was a way we could record this. I wish there was a way for other people to experience and to see this. Like, this shit's better than TV. And it just got to a point where it's like, yo, we should start a podcast.
It was actually an ongoing joke for a really long time. Every time we would lose it and just literally be laughing to the point where you have no air or no sound coming out of you because you're laughing so hard, we were like, oh my God, like other people need to hear this shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we just need to do a podcast.
I think we talked about it for at least a year
At
before
least,
we
yeah.
started doing it.
For sure.
Because a lot of people try and a lot of people stop.
Yeah.
Because they think that everyone, like here, for instance, where I'm at, like a lot of people will start one and then they get like 10 shows in and realize like, oh, like these friends of mine won't always show up every week and
I
record
think that's
this.
another thing that we kind of decided from the very beginning. We kind of told ourselves that if we were going to go into this, we were going to go into it full throttle. We were not going to take any breaks. We were not going to half-ass it. We were going to go and be consistent because we live in a microwave society. And the moment that someone forgets about you and then picks up on someone else, that's it. It's a wrap for you. So you have to be consistent and kind of stay in their face.
And then another thing is like, that's a contingency. So it's like if the entertainment value of your show is contingent upon you having a guest, then you're always going to be at the mercy of having to find a guest, and you have to do that every week or depending on how frequent your show is. So the thing is that being that we're not a guest driven show, we're going to bring entertainment every week regardless. It's like we're not at the mercy of having to task ourselves with finding guests every fucking week. We'll have them every now and then. But with or without a guest, like the show's still going to be popping.
Right.
That's actually one of the main things I will tell other people is like, there's like for me, I went 50 kind of famous episodes, basically 50 plus podcasts before I even talked about relationships, because I thought it was important that I didn't have like this crutch of like talking about, basically why men and women disagree. Because I just thought it would be easy. So I said to myself, like, I want to consciously never talk about that. And when I did talk about it, it would be like important. But then I wanted to have guests, but like you guys, not want to feel like I have to lean on having a guest every week in order to have a conversation.
I feel like you, Tariq Nasheed, like when I look at guys like you, and then I see people who tell me, oh, I'm not podcasting anymore because I can't find a partner. I just feel like if you're passionate about it and you feel like you have a message and you have talent you want to share with the world, you find a format, you find a way to figure it out. If you're like, I want to podcast badly, but I can't find a partner, don't let that stop you. And if you can't figure out how to do it, then study other people that are the one man show.
Correct.
And develop that skill and do whatever it is you want to do. The moment that you put your destiny in the hands of another man, you're doomed.
Facts of life. That's another bar.
Yep.
But yeah, I started with a purpose. Like, I had a whole point of reason why I wanted to start. It was just another branch of things that I was doing, but it allowed me, like I always said with my podcast, I was always going to talk in my voice. Like, I wasn't, like, I do filmmaking stuff and I go do Q&As and then I got to host shit. And like, they see a certain version, family friendly version of me because of what they think, who they think I am. And I said, when I started this podcast, like, this will be my voice. So if any of the white people I'm always in front of heard it, like you would listen and go, oh, he's black. Like, he's for real black. He's not like, you know, he just can speak well in front of a group. And that was the most important thing to me. But I said to myself, like, I was going to purposely like cater to a black audience as well, because that is the hardest group to get and keep.
Yeah, I feel like for me, this has been a big struggle because I've developed so many great connections, like on the corporate side, not just with my job, but I've gone to these like really like affluent business conferences, and I've rubbed shoulders with some really like serious, like conservative people in the game. And I'm like, yo, if I start doing this podcast and people from those circles catch wind of this, they're going to be like, yo, this bitch is ratchet. And then I'm like, are they even going to still want to deal with me? I don't know. But it's like, I'm at a stage in life where it's like, you know, we all have those two sides to us. Even white people do.
Yeah.
Like the ones that say nigger at the kitchen table, but won't say it to your face.
Yeah, that's a side.
I feel like,
that's a side.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has the A side and everybody has the B side. And it's like, this podcast is me letting my hair down, being unapologetically myself. And I feel like if you decide as an adult to tune into a podcast that may not necessarily cater to your interests, but you're just tuning in with the intentions to like criticize and be a part of something that's not meant for you, then I'm gonna let you deal with that accordingly, because it's like, this podcast is meant for who it's meant for.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we definitely came into the situation saying exactly the same thing, which was we wanted to be ourselves, period. We wanted to, whoever was listening, to kind of feel like a fly on the wall with two girlfriends just being girlfriends, talking about the things that they normally would talk about, and you just having insight for that moment of what it is that's being discussed.
Like
you
being
can agree,
vulnerable.
Yeah, you can agree with it if you want to. You can disagree with it if you want to. And we're so okay with you disagreeing. Write us in. Tell us your point of view. We're open-minded enough to listen to that and maybe even discuss it moving forward.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be an authority
I'm not
figure.
trying to change your mind on what you feel. That at the end of the day, that's the problem with this society, is that there's not enough communicating. There's not enough different of expressions and understanding. We listen to try and prove a point to you on why you're wrong instead of just learning from your own opinion.
And I think that it adds so much value for men, because men get like, again, to be the fly on the wall and see the shit that women really talk about. Well, at least women like us, you know, because I understand I can't represent the face of every woman out there, but there's a lot of women that relate to us. And that as for other women, unfortunately, there's women out there that can't find good girlfriends. So I feel like for those who don't really have that BFF,
Yeah, let us be that for you.
That stimulates their mind, that's funny, that's all that stuff. I feel like they turn on this show and it fills that void for them, whether they just relocated to a new town or they haven't had luck or they're a bit introverted or whatever the case is. It gives them a sense of community, I guess. And I really like that we can be that for them to help make them feel normal. Like when people are like, yo, I thought I was the only one that dealt with that.
Sure.
You
I love
know,
that feeling.
that makes me want to share more. You know, and those are the awesome things that I really enjoy. And those are all the intentions that we had in mind when we started this thing. So it's working out pretty well.
Boom. Well, that is Zio and Rome of the Zio and Rome podcast, that you can hear more of topics like this, or kinda, maybe, on on their podcast on all podcast streaming platforms, and this is why they are allegedly the greatest podcast of 2018. Is that what you say? What's the line?
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Okay. Well, there's some dispute out there, but
Well, if
I
you'd like
haven't
to
seen it.
dispute it, you can go ahead and email us at zeoandrome@gmail.com.
all right. Now, before I wrap this up and end it, I'm bringing back something that, because I normally would like play a song that I like. I'm gonna go with something I did at the beginning when I used to do early on with the podcast, and I would ask my guests, what are they listening to and what are they watching? So,
Okay.
between both of you, give me a show that you're watching and a song or album that you're listening to.
So we're picking one.
Yeah, each.
Okay.
Oh, one each.
All right. So Zio on the mic. I am currently. I'm such a documentary whore. I watch anything that is documentary related. But as of late, I'm also not as of late. I'm always into mushy shit. But I've been watching the show This Is Us, which makes me cry every episode. But that's neither here nor there. And as far as music. Nothing really new that's been on my replay list besides Her. I don't know if anyone has heard of Her.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to Her a lot, and also Snow Allegra. If you guys have not listened to Snow Allegra and are into like a 90s vibe, I suggest for you guys to listen out.
Now, everyone's watching This Is Us, or a lot of people watch this. Give us one of them documentaries you watch. What's the last good one you watched?
Ooh, ancient history. Like anything that's alien related, I am all over it. All over it.
Rome, what you got?
Shows. I like a lot of different shit, but I'm gonna be real. The one that has my attention right now is Love and Hip Hop New York. I gotta keep it a buck. That's my guilty pleasure.
She likes to live vicariously through other people's drama.
Yeah.
But I don't really watch that much TV.
Yeah, you don't.
As far as music, like Afrobeat and grime music has been in heavy rotation for me. One of my favorite songs right now, which isn't new, it's called London Town by Giggs and Mr. Easy. I think there's some like African UK dudes, so they're like really big in the UK. That shit goes hard, fam.
All right, well, I'm gonna give it for me, I'm about to watch this show based on another podcast called Up and Vanished.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get on that, and I'm gonna get on what is this other one? Not Dr. Death. Fuck. I'm not gonna think of it. But yeah, that's what I'm about to watch. I've been watching and trying to finish American Horror Story. And man, what's the song? It was a song I had queued up that I was gonna play. I might still end up playing it.
Have you watched Mr. Robot?
I used to when it first came along, but not.
It got weird, right?
Yeah, I'm one of them people, like, the last show that I watched every season of was House. And after that, I'm like, look, man,
I
you get
love
2
House.
seasons out of me, and then we got to wrap it up. It's too hard to stay with a show now for me.
You know what? There was one show that broke my heart, and after that, I never gave any show that level of love and affection ever again. And that was Heroes.
Oh, wow, that's really old, friend.
Man. And then I almost loved another show just as much, and it broke my heart again. That was The Walking Dead.
Oh, my God. I don't even want to talk about it. I haven't even watched this season because I'm afraid of what's going to happen, and I hear stories, and I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's another one of those shows I gave up early. And, like, I come back to it from time to time. I'm like, nah, I just can't commit.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even make sense anymore.
Here we go. Sinead Harnett. Sinead Harnett. Harnett. If You Let Me is the song. We'll end with that song. That'll be the song we're playing. If You Let Me. I just, randomly discovered her through Spotify because I'm one of those people who, like, I will look at artists similar to, and then she came from listening to Sango, which didn't I play that? Yeah, I played that last week. So, or I don't know when I played it, but I played it, and she was a part of his. For people who listen to this, they also like her. I just picked it. She had a few jams.
She's cute as fuck too.
All right, hold up. What did you say? Who? He or her?
It's a girl, right?
Okay, she's a. I mean, it's a progressive America. I really don't know what she is. But
Listen, it's whatever you're into. She's cute as fuck.
yeah. So the track that we'll be playing or ending the show with is "If You Let Me." I thought it was a young, good banger. So that's what we end with. So I appreciate y'all two coming on the show.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much
having
for having
us.
us.
And you can find them aRowe, XIO, and Rome, like the place podcast. We'll have links in the description so you can find it easily through. I'm gonna say go to Spotify because that's where I like to tell people to go. But you can listen to wherever you listen to podcasts. This is the I'm Kinda Famous podcast. Tell your mama I said hi.
Till the truth starts to click. There's so much space in this bed. These sheets go for months. Dreams of your smile. I don't want to be just a memory, and I don't want to feel your wings break free. Because without you, I'm lost in the breeze. I gotta be strong now. I gotta show you how I love you like I've never ever loved somebody. I'll give you things you didn't even know you wanted. Don't tell me that it's not enough. My time is up, you're over us. Cause I think I might do anything for you. If you just let me. If you just let me. If you just let me, just let me.
So, in light of you being kind of famous,
Why the hell I'm kinda famous? Who the hell she know?